Welcome to Music Bliss. You might be wondering what Music Bliss is all about. Well, Music Bliss really grew out of a desire to use music as a tool for healing and contemplation. There are many studies on the power of music and sound therapy to help with emotional wellness, and there's a great connection between music and spirituality. These things really fascinate me. Music Bliss is a synthesis of the many different parts of my life as a professional musician, a performer, a teacher, a worship leader, contemplative Christian, Reiki master, and a composer. It's a way for me to bring all the aspects of my life together in hopes of helping other people with things that I've struggled with. For many years, I didn't even realize there was a disconnect in my spiritual life. I did all the things that I needed to do, but I felt overextended and burned out. My life was full of responsibilities with my job, my family, and I felt like I was just surviving. Church wasn't fulfilling for me anymore. It didn't speak to my soul. The Bible didn't speak to me the way it had at first. And I had no real internal experience with God, although I knew intellectually that He loved me and, He had my back and He had forgiven me. That was all good. I was obedient and I tried hard, but there was no dialogue with Him, no conversation, so to speak. I was looking outside of myself for others to tell me about God rather than experiencing Him internally and personally. I didn't know how to change. I was simply stuck in my mindset and perspective. And I was afraid to trust my thoughts and emotions and where they might take me. But through some very difficult circumstances in my life, losing an important friendship and my husband having cancer, I began to feel very isolated and I turned to God. I had support around me. I had great friends. But, nobody can walk your journey for you. You are, in the end, all alone in your experience. And this was a great realization for me. I learned to listen to that quiet voice of the Holy Spirit, and that little voice became louder and louder. I began to experience how much God loved me, how much He had invested in me. I experienced illogical joy and a feeling of surrender at a time when I didn't even know if my husband would live through his chemotherapy treatments. I'm a reader and I like to do research. So I learned about contemplative practices. And as I did so, my heart shifted and my spiritual life flourished, even as life challenges became even more difficult. Solitude, silence, reflection, contemplation, music, immersion in nature are practices that help me to slow down and listen to the things that were going on inside. These practices helped to reveal the things that I needed to bring before God, the things that needed to change within me, yet I was powerless to change on my own. God always accepts who we are as these sort of broken pots, and allows us to be put back together in Him and become a beautiful mosaic. This idea of transformation really changed my life and the way I looked at things. So through Music Bliss, I hope to share my music and some thoughts with you that might enhance your own spiritual walk. Further down the road, I hope to offer worship and wellness retreats for you to attend. I'm really excited about those, and I'm planning to use some fantastic locations because anybody that knows me well knows how much travel is a passion of mine. In doing all of this, I hope to create a community of mindful, experiential Christians that can grow together and share life together. I hope you'll join me to explore and experience the connection between wellness and music and spirituality. You can follow me here on Facebook, and you can visit my new website at musicbliss.org to see what I'm doing. So thank you for following me, and I'll see you soon.